This is Artrano from eBay. This video I'll be showing you how to use the multi-boot USB key, which has 10.10.5, which is OS X Yosemite, and 10.11.5, which is OS X El Capitan. This video will be showing you how to install the operating system basically from a computer if you just wanted to do an in-place upgrade. So that would mean you already have a Mac and it has an operating system installed on it, but what you want to do is you just want to upgrade the OS to a newer version. Say if you had 10.10.5 and you wanted to go to 10.11, which is El Capitan, how you would use this USB key that you have purchased on eBay from me to go ahead and do that. I'll have other videos explaining how to do a fresh install, how to format your hard drive, all that kind of stuff, so you can get the most out of your purchase. So the first thing we're going to do is boot into OS X, which I currently have open. This is a fresh install. Close. Close. So if you go over here to the Apple menu, you go to About This Mac. As you can see, it says I have OS X El Capitan. Come on, focus. It's kind of hard to see as doing this on my iPhone. So, as you can see, it says I have El Capitan installed. So, even though I already have it installed, I can go ahead and do an in-place upgrade using this USB key. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this bootable USB keys and then put it into one of the USB slots on this MacBook Air. As soon as you put it into your MacBook Air into one of the USB slots, we should see a pop-up over here. It's not focusing. In the upper right hand corner. Okay, it's not focusing properly, but there we go. As you can see up in the corner over here, you see 10.10 install disk, 10.11 install disk. So if you wanted to do an in-place upgrade, what you would do, let's say if we want to upgrade to 10.11.5, you would double click on this icon and what will open, so that is a new Finder window, and you're going to go over to Install OS X El Capitan and double click on the icon. The installer will open. To set up an installation of OS X 10.11, click Continue. So go ahead and do that. So this is the Apple EULA. Go ahead and agree. And then click Agree again to agree that you have read the software license agreement, because I'm sure you have. The next step is it's going to ask where do we want to install El Capitan to. So what we're going to do is right here, this represents your Mac's hard drive, Macintosh HD. It might be named something else, but select it. So basically that's the only install source that I have available to me. I'm going to click install. Now it's asking me for my password. You might not have a password. If you don't have a password, just at this point, just click OK. I happen to have a password. And down here on the bottom, you'll see a little progress bar, and it'll, after a little bit, it'll say 3 minutes remaining. That is usually not correct, by the way. 3 minutes is usually actually 15 or so minutes, but what it's going to do is it's going to do some initial install procedures while you're in the OS, and then it's going to ask you to reboot, and then it's going to boot back into the installer. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this video for a moment, because unless you really want to watch the installer load, yeah, but you don't want to. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this for a moment, and I will return as soon as it asks me to reboot. So the installer is almost complete. It says about a second remaining. It took about approximately 5 minutes, so maybe it was actually correct. You'll notice later on during the installer, after it reboots, that usually the time it's estimated to take to complete this procedure is usually wildly incorrect. So as you can see, a second remaining is maybe a second to Apple is quite a bit longer to them than it is to us. So let's see. I should mention while this is going, this procedure should be able to be done on any Apple computer that is capable of being upgraded to El Capitan or Yosemite. I have the list of what Macs basically have that option as an upgrade path. There are some older Macs that you will not be able to install either version of OS X on because they're too old. Basically, the hardware is not supported, as you can see at this point. Closing applications and preparing to restart. So basically, it will automatically restart. So obviously, before you do this, you're going to want to back up your data. It went ahead and did that for me. I'm going to do another video showing you how to clone your hard drive to another external hard drive here in a little bit, which I would suggest you do before attempting to do any upgrade. Otherwise, you will risk losing data, and I am not responsible for you losing data if you do not follow the instructions in these videos, or I'm not responsible for you losing data, period. It's your fault if you lose data. So if you follow my instructions, though, you should have no issues, and if you have any technical questions, I'm more than happy to help. You just have to get a hold of me on eBay. My eBay handle is r.troiano. It's r.troiano. So now we, looks like the computer's rebooting. Notice I still have the USB key over here. It's a little bit dark in here. Still have the USB key installed. So what it's doing is it's booting using that USB key to do the in-place upgrade to 1011. I'm going to go ahead and pause it until this part is complete, and I'll be back momentarily. While this is not fully loaded yet, I did want to mention whenever you're doing an OS upgrade, install, reinstall, you always want to be connected to a power source. And the reason for this is you don't want to lose power in the middle of any kind of an install, because if your computer were to completely lose power and the battery were to die while it's writing something to the disk, you can actually damage your hard drive. So and then you basically have to replace your hard drive in order to continue, which is not a lot of fun to have to do. So, and it is a very real possibility. I've killed numerous hard drives over the years. I've been in IT for about 15 years. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and pause this again and wait for this to completely boot. All right, looks like we're getting a little update here. So as you can see, focus. On the screen it says installing, about 26 minutes remaining. So basically what it's doing is from the USB key, it's doing an in-place upgrade of your current operating system to, well, in this case it actually is upgrading to the same version. I was just doing this as an example, basically to show people who purchased the USB key from me how to do different types of installs and whatnot. So you are, as I said before, completely satisfied with your purchase, and hopefully you'll learn something from watching these videos if you maybe if you're new to Mac or not a very technical person. So I am going, it's 25 minutes remaining. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pause this again. There's really nothing in between now and the end of this process that you need to pay attention to. So I just wanted to show you basically what the next step was after the initial bar started to load here on the screen. So basically it's just installing the operating system onto your computer's hard drive. Go ahead and pause this, and I will be back with you as soon as this completes. So the upgrade just finished. This is interesting though, because when it finished, it automatically booted into the operating system. It didn't like prompt me or tell me that it was done. I'm going to try to enter my password. Alright. So as you can see, that's how you do an in-place upgrade of the operating system.